Rescue forest. Trees are the manifestation of Mother Nature's love and care for all humanity. Provisions of clean air, food sources from her leaves, fruits and nuts of endless varieties, soil preservation and shade for man and beast alike. She heals to our globe in distress and even sacrifices her material body for building material, too often from we who take and never give back to her. As the old saying goes, you reap what you sow. We have been reaping, but have we been sowing? Project synopsis. A proposed remedy. Let's be honest, we all love a beautiful wooden table, wood dressers, wood wall paneling, wood floors, boats and decking of all sorts, wooden guitars and musical instruments made of fine wood. Trees are meant to be utilized for the benefit of mankind. However, forest management has been heavily neglected and has been largely out of control for too long. Forest management is in high priority of global priorities of remedying the planet's offset of high timber consumption. Convincing man to stop using natural wood to protect our forests is not a very probable reality and may not be necessary to the one who is prepared to reap what he sows. If forests can be managed properly, we can continue to use natural wood products normally. However, if we continue to use wood at the current rate of consumption without better forest management, our planet will soon reach a tipping point of dangerous consequences. The remedy is better natural resource management and preservation. The urgency of a solution. Preserving existing forests is vital in the heart of the project, and I believe I have a genuine strategy. The solution is quite simple. We must plant our own timber and stop taking from Mother Nature's natural resources. Destruction of the Amazonian forest must stop urgently. Pinning down exact numbers is nearly impossible. However, most experts agree that we are losing upwards of 80,000 acres of tropical rainforest daily and significantly degrading another 80,000 acres every day on top of that. Reforesting takes much more effort than deforestation. As always, it is much easier to destroy than to create, and it is certainly not a very responsible action to carelessly leave the consequences to our future generations. Besides the rapid deforestation in the Amazon, many landowners and farmers also destroy their own land's forests in order to survive economically, largely by herds of cows to market and sell meat and milk. Many plantations are also destined to produce coffee. According to statistics gathered by Greenpeace.org, the Amazon forest suffered deforestation rates up to the equivalent of 48 football fields per minute. Project purpose. The truth of the matter is, very few individuals have the know-how and resources it takes to successfully execute a forestation project and confront the massive shark all alone. We also cannot leave it into the hands of timber corporations whose objective is to consume with the bottom line mainly being strictly on profit. Neither can we leave it to our governments to resolve. We have already seen too many government projects wastefully fail. A primary example of this is when Brazil was given staggering amounts of cash from Norway to protect the Amazon from deforestation. Although initial numbers showed a hopeful decrease in deforestation, the numbers have quickly bounced back and shown that the corrupt political situation in Brazil has diverted the funds to we do not know where. While deforestation remains out of control and the precious timbers continue to be exported from the Amazon for economic intake. The proposed pilot plan. I have to offer to get started 55 acres as a pilot project in Amoreis, Minas Gerais, Brazil. This section of land has previously been an old coffee plantation and partially used for cattle. The upside is that it currently holds about 13.5 acres of permanent Atlantic forest with a natural spring source. Apart from retaining and protecting existing forest, reconstruction of a minimum of 25% of the land will be destined to permanent protective preservation of native species for a natural habitat around the areas of natural water sources. The PPP areas will be permanently preserved and protected for wildlife habitat. The remainder 75% of the land could also be reforested with native species, but in fact, this is not a solution to counter deforestation in natural habitat. So let's get to the heart of the proposal. Countering deforestation. To counter the deforestation, the proposal is to plant marketable timber species that has been tested to grow successfully in the local region of the project cited above, with the purpose to be harvested between 7 to 15 years to the global marketplace, depending on the timber species, thus offsetting the need to take from the forest we depend on for survival, that consequently in the process of taking out large timbers destroy other younger species and natural wildlife, thus putting into action sustainable and renewable timber resources under controlled timber management, relieving the needs of taking timbers from global natural forests. The solution now moves into the hands of the man in the mirror as always, and with strength in numbers we can make a difference against the sharks of destruction by doing our part in this proposed rescue forest project. Returns on your investment. Aside from the environmental and humanitarian benefits of being more responsible with our forests, forest investments have been among the highest returns with the lowest risk. A tree destined and planted for timber is like a planted savings account that grows with rain and sun at interest rates better than any bank account you will find. The timber species. African mahogany. A cloned mahogany seedling has been chosen for a few simple reasons. One being is that its growth rate is more stable and generally faster than over 95% of seedlings from other seed specimens. In the case of cloned mahogany seedlings, the DNA genomic material has been previously chosen from a strong matrix, making its chance of survival much higher, faster growing, and more resistant. Initially, the cloned seedlings will be purchased locally from the same municipal region as a proven and successful sustainable forestation species. Afterwards, a cloning lab is subject to be installed on the premises, as production needs may increase and costs are to be reduced in internal seedling production and transportation. Loblolly pine. Yellow pine is also suitable for the region and has a different use of that of mahogany and is geared more toward home framing for making 2x4s, 2x12s, etc. Some selected areas will likewise be planted with loblolly yellow pine. Guarapuruvu. Out of all species, this is the fastest growing and alternately inferior to the other species. However, it does have its use in the global marketplace, especially in the Orient. This species will be used to outline the parameters of the plantation in areas of afternoon direct sun to create partial shading with large canopies and used as well for live fencing. Why Brazil? Brazil is often chosen for reforestation projects for several favoring factors by foreign investors. The climate. Ideal for growing trees, stable rainfall, and in the case of most regions, such as the region purposed in the project, it has no severe cold winters that make the tree dormant. Thus, growth factors are considerably higher with less investment time involved. The cost of the land. The cost of the land is especially affordable when using foreign currency. The amount of money spent on land to reforest in the U.S., for example, may be as good or better than 100 to 1 depending on many factors. Labor. Reforestation is very labor intensive, and with foreign currency, once again, we simply get more bang for our buck. Forestation expertise. I am Shane, the project organizer. I have been a business entrepreneur in Brazil since 2007 and have conducted to date 3 forestation projects for independent companies and private investors. I also have been granted a permanent visa under provision of investment status. Likewise, am fluent in both Portuguese and obviously English, with over 20 years of entrepreneurial business experience. Consequently, the last project I supervised was for a Canadian mining company in Brazil in 2015. Upon inspection by the local environmental agency, IDAFI, I was given rewarding commendations for the approved project. Prior to this job was another reforestation project for an Italian automobile franchise. Since 2007, constant and simultaneous testing has been conducted on various species on land in the same region. I was also involved in and was recommended in bidding and consultation on another very large reforestation project for a local hydroelectric company in the same area as the proposed project in Aimorés, Minas Gerais, Brazil. And I feel competent in conducting the proposed timber forestation project. The pilot land's property is current in documentation, land tax, water usage license for reforestation projects. Organizer transfers to the American corporation upon success of the pilot project. Indefinite term links, both under U.S. and Brazilian law, notarized contracts. Thank you for your concern on such a timely and urgent project. I hope I can count on your support, and if you don't have the means financially at the moment, but believe in the project, please be active by sharing with the Indiegogo share tools. Thank you.